Hello, madam. So thank you for being here today. We are excited to present our case study on one of the world's most recognized coffee brands, which is Starbucks. Meet our team members, myself, Nur Abida Najwa binti Hamidun, and Irdina Bakis, Alia Zafira, Nets, Nurin, and also Fana. Each of us contribute to a different part of this presentation, and we are excited to walk you through it together.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. I am going to start off with the story of Tata Starbucks. Tata Starbucks is a perfect example of global meets local. It's a 50-50 joint venture between Tata Consumer Products and Starbucks Corporation, officially launched in October 2012. This partnership marks Starbucks' entry into India, operating under the name Starbucks Coffee, a Tata alliance. By blending global coffee culture with local expertise, Tata Starbucks has successfully built a strong presence across the country. Tata Starbucks adopts a focused business-level strategy based on differentiation to stand out in India's premium cafe market. This means they don't just sell coffee, they sell an experience. From customized Indian offerings like masala chai and tandoori paneer rolls to cozy interiors and well-trained baristas, every detail is designed to feel premium. They also choose store locations strategically, like malls, airports, and tech hubs where urban millennials and professionals are most likely to visit. All of this creates strong brand loyalty and keeps Tata Starbucks competitive. Tata Starbucks stands out by offering a premium cafe experience rather than competing on price. It uses high-quality Arabica beans from Tata Coffee's estates in Karnataka to ensure consistent global standards. Stores are thoughtfully designed to blend Starbucks' global identity with Indian culture, creating a unique ambiance. This focus on quality, exclusivity, and an elevated cafe experience helps the brand attract aspirational consumers and clearly sets it apart from mass-market rivals like Cafe Coffee Day. Tata Starbucks goes beyond just coffee by creating a premium in-store experience with personalized service and culturally relevant menu innovations. They offer localized favorites like masala chai and paneer rolls to connect with Indian customers, while seasonal menus during festivals like Diwali enhance relevance. This strategic localization builds strong brand loyalty without compromising Starbucks' global identity. Tata Starbucks uses a smart location strategy by targeting high footfall, premium urban areas like malls, airports, and business parks to attract young urban customers. Starting in Tier 1 cities like Mumbai and Delhi, they have expanded into Tier 2 and 3 cities such as Chandigarh and Indore. Their first store in Mumbai's Harniman Circle was symbolic, showcasing their brand-conscious and strategic growth approach. At the corporate level, Tata Starbucks formed a strategic joint venture between Tata Consumer Products and Starbucks Corporation in 2012. This has allowed Tata to leverage its local market expertise while Starbucks brought in its global coffee brand value. The partnership helped navigate regulatory challenges and ensured brand localization by using Tata-sourced ingredients, showcasing a well-aligned, localization-focused corporate strategy. On this part, we differentiate between business-level strategy and corporate-level strategy using Tata Starbucks as an instance. At the business level, the focus is on how Starbucks competes in the Indian market through premium customer experience and local innovations like masala chai. At the corporate level, it is about how Tata and Starbucks managed to venture itself a 50-50 partnership leveraging Tata's local reach and Starbucks brand aiming to grow in India's cafe market.
Hi, my name is Nurin. In this video, I will explain the business level and corporate level strategy used by Tata Starbucks in India based on the case study. At the business level, Tata Starbucks focuses on how to compete effectively in the Indian market. First, they adapted their products to local tastes. They introduced the Indian espresso roast and local snacks which made the brand more relatable to Indian consumers. This is based on the assumption that localization increases customer acceptance. Second, their store strategy is tailored to reach different income groups. They open drive-thru stores, smaller outlets, and kiosks in places like colleges and tech parks, not just luxury places. This shows they aim to reach not just premium but also middle-income and younger consumers. Third, during COVID-19, Tata Starbucks pivoted fast. They introduced digital ordering, delivery, and pre-ordering via WhatsApp. This flexibility helped retain customers during lockdowns, showing how operational agility is part of their competitive strategy. Additionally, I will put is Tata Starbucks ensure consistent service quality and ambience, so whether you are in Mumbai or a smaller city, the customer experience stay the same, which is this is a strategic move for building brand loyalty for Tata Starbucks. On this slide, at the corporate level, Tata Starbucks is focused on where and how to grow across markets in India. Firstly, the joint venture with Tata Groups gives them strategic advantages, which is Tata provides access to local supply chains, such as sourcing premium Indian coffee, and helps in choosing store location, which is it will reducing risk and operational challenges. Secondly, their expansion plan focuses on both metro cities and Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. This supports the assumption that future growth will come from beyond big cities. Third, Tata Starbucks has a strong focus on social values. They support gender diversity, offer equal pay, and care about community well-being. This aligns with long-term brand trust and reputation, which is very important for a global local brand like Starbucks. Lastly, additional info is their strategies also respond to industry trends, such as the rise in coffee culture, digital lifestyle, and ethical consumerism. By aligning their strategy with this shift, they are better prepared for sustainable growth in India's competitive beverage market. In summary, Tata Starbucks blends global expertise with local insights through its BLS and CLS, creating a strong foundation for growth and customer connection in India.
Hi, I am Farhana. In this part, I will be walking you through some key business level strategy challenges faced by Tata Starbucks in the Indian market. While Starbucks is a globally successful brand, entering a diverse and price-sensitive market like India came with its own set of barriers. Let's dive into 3 core issues. First, let's talk about the issue of premium positioning mid-speed. When Starbucks came to India, it had the same image as in the United States, as a fancy coffee shop where people enjoy expensive drinks in a calm and stylish place. It was seen as a luxury experience, not just a place to grab coffee. But in India, 1 cup of Starbucks coffee costs about 200 to 300 Indian rupee. In comparison, a cup of chai from a local stall costs only 10 to 20 Indian rupee, and a coffee from a local cafe at Cafe Coffee Day is about 80 to 100 Indian rupee. So, for many people in India like students, office workers, and middle-class families, Starbucks is too expensive to visit every day. Most people go there only once in a while, maybe for a treat or a special day. Because of this, Starbucks mostly attract rich, city people, but they don't reach the larger middle-class group, which is a big part of India's population. So, in the end, Starbucks did not become part of daily life for most Indians. And now, let's talk about the idea of the third place. Starbucks wants to be more than just a coffee shop. It tries to be a third place, not your home, not your office, but a comfortable space when you can relax, meet friends, or do some works. These ideas works well in countries like the United States and Europe, where people often spend hours in cafes. But in India, things are different. Most people here don't stay in cafes for long. They usually prefer to meet at home or go to cheaper places. Also, tea or chai is the most popular drink in India. It's not only cheaper than coffee, but also a big part of daily life and culture. Because of this, Starbucks didn't become part of most people's daily routine. Instead, people visit Starbucks only for special occasions like birthdays, casual meetups, or just to take photos for social media. The third issue is location strategy. Starbucks focused heavily on setting up stores in high-end areas such as malls, airports, and business districts in big cities. These locations attract premium customers, but they came with high operational costs. More importantly, this strategy excluded Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, where competition is lower and middle-class spending is rising. Compare this with the other competitors like Cafe Coffee Day or Chai Point. They expand into smaller towns, college areas, and tech parks, tapping into broader daily traffic. So, while Starbucks looked high-end, it missed out on value, and slower expansion was the result. And now, let's look at some of the key corporate level challenges Tata Starbucks faced while trying to grow in the Indian market. Let's start with the first corporate level issue: joint venture decision-making complexity. Tata Starbucks is not fully owned by one company. It's a 50-50 joint venture between Tata Consumer Products and Starbucks Corporation. This means that both companies must agree before making big decisions like changing prices, launching new drinks, opening new stores, or running marketing campaigns. And now, here's where the challenges come in. Tata is a traditional Indian company that prefers to take things slowly and carefully. Starbucks, on the other hand, is a global brand that moves fast and focuses on offering a premium experience. For example, Starbucks may want to launch a new global drink quickly, but Tata might want to test it in the local market first. As a result, decisions take longer, innovation slows down, and Starbucks might miss out on trends or lose the chances to be first in new areas. Next, let's look at the supply chain and sourcing challenges. Starbucks is known for its high-quality coffee and customer experience, but maintaining that same standard in a large and diverse country like India is not easy. Even though Tata has a strong supply network, making sure every store gets fresh ingredients, good coffee beans, and consistent service is still difficult. India faces issues like different weather conditions, transport problems, and sourcing limits in some areas. For example, getting quality Arabica beans from local farms or overseas takes time, and delivering fresh items like milk and pastries to smaller cities add more cost and effort. As a result, this can lead to higher expenses and possible quality issues, which may slow down Starbucks' growth and affect customer satisfaction. Finally, let's talk about brand positioning and marketing coordination. Starbucks is known as a premium global brand, but in India, it needs to feel more local to connect with customers. Since both Tata and Starbucks run the business together, they have to agree on important things like pricing, product choices, and marketing style. But sometimes their ideas are different. Starbucks may want to highlight a luxury lifestyle, while Tata may prefer to focus on affordability and local flavors. For example, a marketing idea that works well in the United States might not fit in Indian culture unless it's adjusted. If both sides don't fully agree, the brand message can become unclear. This can lead to slower marketing, missed chances to connect with Indian customers, and weaker customer loyalty.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Alia Zafira. Today, I'll be presenting on the industry life cycle of Tata Starbucks, focusing on how the company has evolved and adapted through its various stages in the Indian market. If we take a look at the graph shown, it clearly outlines the four major stages that every industry typically goes through: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. These stages represent the different phase of a product or business journey in the market. Now, let's zoom in on the introduction stage. This is when Tata Starbucks first entered the Indian market. At this point, the brand was new, consumer habits were still forming, and overall awareness was quite low. Until the BLS or business level strategy, the focus was on offering unique value, educating customers, and establishing a strong brand image, essentially making Starbucks stand out in a traditionally dominant market. Meanwhile, the CLS or corporate level strategy revolved around market entry through partnership, which is where Tata came into the picture. Starbucks partnered with Tata Group, leveraging Tata's local strength and trust to open its initial outlets organically and cautiously. The next phase is growth, where Tata Starbucks experienced rapid demand, new market entrants, and increasing consumer acceptance. Key strategies here included on the BLS, which enhancing the customer experience and tailoring offerings to local preferences. Meanwhile, on the CLS, which expanding geographically, developing supply chains, and strengthening the joint venture with Tata. Entering the maturity stage, the company experiences slower growth due to market saturation and intense price competition. At this point, strategic focus shifts to streamlining operation and retaining loyal customer, which is under business level strategy, and exploring adjacent industry or expanding product lines as part of the corporate level strategy. Finally, we arrive at the decline phase. This stage is often driven by changing consumer preferences, new technologies, or market saturation. To navigate this stage, Tata Starbucks might, at the BLS level, focus on niche segments or reduce investment while maximizing return. Meanwhile, at the CLS level, Tata could shut down underperforming stores and reallocate resources to more profitable units or emerging opportunities. Moving on to the next slide, we're going to take a closer look at Tata Starbucks' current stage in the industry life cycle, along with the strategic responses it has adopted. Tata Starbucks is currently in the growth stage of its industry life cycle. We can see evidence of this growth in several ways. The company has opened over 50 new stores across India, indicating rapid expansion. In addition, it also achieved EBITDA profitability in the financial year 2018, which is a strong indicator of financial health. Moreover, the brand is moving beyond metro cities and entering Tier 2 and Tier 3 markets, showing its intent to broaden its footprint. To support this growth, Tata Starbucks has implemented specific strategies at both the business and corporate levels. At the business level, Tata Starbucks is focused on differentiation. It offers premium coffee and maintains global standard of quality, while also introducing localized menu items that cater to Indian tastes. This approach helped the brand stand out in a competitive market. In addition, the company is targeting Indians' young population. By building brand loyalty among younger consumers, Tata Starbucks is creating a strong foundation for long-term success and beyond. At the corporate level, the joint venture with Tata Group plays a crucial role. This partnership provides Tata Starbucks with deep local insights and helps the company comply with regulatory requirements more effectively. The collaboration also supports operational efficiency. Furthermore, Tata Starbucks has adopted localized branding strategies. For example, it has introduced products from Tivana and customized offerings that appeal to Indian consumer preferences.
Hello,
These
my name
efforts
is
help the
Nara
brand
Pidana
connect
Najwa,
more
and now
deeply
I will
with its target
explain
market.
concept of outsourcing strategy, strategy alliance, and also the internal development. So first we look at outsourcing. So what is outsourcing? Outsourcing involves obtaining goods or services from external suppliers rather than producing them internally. For Tata Starbucks, this strategy plays a significant role in their coffee sourcing approach. Specifically, Starbucks outsources their coffee from local India farms with a strong focus on the Chimagala region in Karnataka, which is one of the most India's famous coffee producing areas. So there are two major advantages or contribution to this approach. First, cost efficiency. By sourcing coffee locally, Starbucks reduces import-related costs and benefits from local supply pricing. This helps keep operation lean while maintaining quality. Second, local integration. This strategy helps Starbucks build strong relationship with local farmers and also the producers. It supports the regional economy and enhances the brand's image as a socially responsible company. So in summary, our success isn't just about saving money, but it's also about strategic alignment with local communities, which is essential in a culturally diverse market. So now let's look at the strategic alliance between Tata and Starbucks. In this case, a strategic alliance refers to the collaboration between two companies, which is Tata Group and also the Starbucks, who pool their resources and expertise to gain mutual benefit in a specific market. Well, it's not a merger, but the goal is similar, which is to grow and succeed together. So there are two main contributions, which is first, local expertise and market access. Tata brought in deep local knowledge, credibility, and a strong supply chain network. While India is a highly diverse country with unique cultural and demographic factors, which is something that Tata has Starbucks navigate effectively. So second, faster market penetration. With Tata's established reputation and network in India, Starbucks was able to open stores in key urban centers much faster while avoiding many of the early-stage challenges that foreign brands typically face. Moving on to internal development. This refers to growth that comes from within the company itself, which is using Starbucks' own resources, such as R&D, training, and new store development. So there are two key contributions here. First, menu localization. Starbucks adapted its menu to suit local tastes. For example, in China, they added green tea tiramisu and mooncakes. While in India, they introduced items like chicken kati roll under the Starbucks India branding. So this helped attract local consumers and created a more personalized experience. Second, employee training. Starbucks invested in training local employees and baristas to meet its global service standards. This ensures consistent customer experience while also empowering the local workforce. Together, these efforts lead to tailored offerings for Indian consumers, built strong brand loyalty, and also supported sustainable long-term growth. Now, I will be presenting the future strategic direction for Starbucks in the Indian market. So our first key focus is price sensitivity in the Indian market. Indian consumers, especially those in non-metro cities, are highly price sensitive. Starbucks faces strong competition from affordable options like McCafe and also local healthy vendors. So the strategy implication is to respond to this, Starbucks should consider tier pricing model, develop loyalty programs, and also offer smaller size beverage. This will make the brand more accessible to a broader customer base without diluting its premium image. Next, let's talk about real estate and location strategy. High rental costs in urban areas significantly affect profitability. At the same time, there is untapped potential in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, though consumer behavior in these regions also are different. So Starbucks should explore alternative formats such as smaller store, kiosks, and drive-through models. So these formats can reduce fixed costs and enable penetration into new or cost-effective locations. The third strategy direction is transformation and delivery trends. Post-COVID, there's been a surge in online ordering, app-based payments, and home delivery. Indian consumers now expect a seamless digital experience. So Starbucks must invest in digital loyalty apps, streamline mobile ordering, and strengthen delivery partnership with platforms like Swiggy and Zomato to stay competitive. And finally, sustainability and ethical sourcing. Gen Z and millennials in India are increasingly conscious about environmental and ethical issues. This shift is making sustainability a strong differentiator. So Starbucks should emphasize sustainable sourcing through partnerships like Tata Coffee, minimize plastic usage, and use eco-friendly packaging to align with evolving consumer values. To conclude, these four strategic pillars, which is price sensitivity, location strategy, digital transformation, and sustainability, can guide Starbucks' growth and deeper market penetration in India. By addressing both consumer expectations and operational challenges, Starbucks can sustain long-term competitive advantage in this dynamic market.